Welcome back, everybody. This sourdough is now about a week old. It's been fed sort of every second day, and it's been in the fridge now for a couple of days. This is the consistency. This is an all-wheat sourdough. Most people use half wheat flour and half something of a more grainy flour, but this is pure wheat sourdough. And we're gonna bake some sourdough breads now. So yeah, stay tuned. Okay, so I've got 11 deciliters of lukewarm water in the mixing bowl, and then I'm gonna add 50 grams of yeast and mix. Okay, I'm now adding 320 grams of my sourdough. And then I will measure out the flour. Okay, I'm gonna add 1260 grams of plain white flour. That was 260, and then I've got a pack here that's exactly 1 kilo. So 1,000 grams here. All of that in. And then ideally you would use baking machine, or like one of the real good big mixers, but I don't have one, so I've just put the dough hooks on my hand mixer, and I'm gonna start mixing. And in this go, I wanna be mixing for 8 to 10 minutes. And I'm adding 40 grams of salt. There we go. And I'm just mixing on full blast here towards the end. My dough is starting to look the way I want it. And I'm gonna give it 2 minutes at high speed here. Okay, so the dough is done mixing, and the first thing I wanna do, look at that, how stretchy it is I wanna steal back. Look how amazing that is. You can hardly even get it out. That's exactly what we want. Come on. Yeah, you need to always fill up your sourdough with your new dough so that you don't have to start a sourdough every time. So I'm gonna take quite a bit here, but since there's yeast in as well, this will work really hard, so you don't want your cup to be full either. So I think that'll do. Sourdough will go back in the fridge. So I've taken the biggest pot I have and I've put oil in it. Ideally you would use large plastic containers, but I don't have any, so I'm using sort of the largest thing I have that a lid goes on. And you want to just use a flavor-free oil, and you want to get it right up the top because this dough can really rise, so you don't want it to stick. As you could see before, it's already a very sticky type of dough, so we want to make sure we can get it out once it's risen. So I think I would say that's well covered. Okay. So let's get the dough in. Oh, that's heavy. In you go, baby. Look at that. So much elasticity in this dough, it's incredible. Welcome back, you guys. It's been 40 minutes and I want to turn over my lovely dough. Oh my God, it's so beautiful. You see, even with the oil that we used, how it's sticking. How are we gonna turn you? Okay. Girl, I want to make you some. And it's just so we get air bubbles divided evenly throughout the entire dough. Okay, I think I'm happy with this turn now. Okay. Lid on. Another 40 minutes. Okay, so another 40 minutes has passed and our dough is looking really great, full of bubbles, just exactly how we want it to be. Since we're making 5 loaves today, I am gonna now cut the mixture here up into 5. You see how like it's so sticky, textured. Look at all these bubbles. It's literally perfect. Perfect. I'm gonna get, I think I can give up on trying to cut this with a knife, so I'm just gonna eye measure 1/5 of the dough. I think that's about right. And I'm gonna put that in its own bowl. And I'm gonna do that 5 times. Okay, so we've got now 4 bowls over here, and then we've got 1 left in here. So 5 loaves. We're gonna leave them to proof like this for another 25 minutes. Okay, our bowls of dough have now been resting for another 20-25 minutes, and now I am gonna shape them all. This dough mix is good for making loaves and for making baguettes. So I'm gonna be doing a little mix of loaves in different shapes and baguettes. The first one here, we're gonna turn into like a big loaf. And so I'm just gonna shape it. I've got flour on my board here, and I just wanna kinda classic loaf shape. You don't want to go too harsh on this dough because it's got all those lovely air bubbles inside and you don't want to ruin them. So I think this looks, look at that, look at these big bubbles that have formed inside the bread. It is literally full of air, and you only get this when you have both sourdough and yeast. But I'm quite happy with the shape of that. So I'm gonna put it on my baking plate, and then I'm gonna let it rest for another 20 minutes. I also wanna cover it in flour because I wanna score the bread before it goes in the oven. So we need a good flour layer on top here. Okay, so that's going on the tray. The next one I'm gonna do is gonna be a round loaf. Like nice sort of, is it called artisan style? Just want a nice ball. Again, careful not to push the air out of your lovely bread. It's very easy to work with. This is perfect, but I'm also gonna, on this dough, put seeds, and therefore I'm just gonna wash it in olive oil. Just so we're able to make them stick. Look at this. This dough is literally so perfect. I cannot wait to see this done. Okay, that's good. And here I'm just mixing poppy seeds and sesame, even amounts, and I'm just gonna go quite heavy on the bread. This bread will like feel so different than the ones just with flour. It really does a lot. I'm gonna pat them on. If you want the scoring to look really good, you need them heavily seeded or floured. Otherwise, you won't get as much of an effect from the scoring. Okay, I think I'm pretty happy with that. That was loaf number 2. Okay, the next thing we're gonna do is 2 loaves, and I'm actually making them out of, you know how we had 5 bowls of dough? 1 bowl turns into 2 baguettes, so this is half of 1 bowl. And I would like to see a kind of twisty effect on this. Gotta remember to twist the same way all around. Good, and I'm gonna give it flour. It's written in the wind, it's everywhere I go. Okay, I'm happy with that. And we've got another one here. We're just gonna do somewhat the same thing. It's really, this dough work is all about not pushing those air bubbles out. You rather have a like less perfect look and then have a good bread. We've done all this proving to get the bread nice and fluffy, so if you push it out now, that's just such a shame. And I think we're gonna make this one seeded. So again, washing with olive oil. Try to like get it up the sides there. And I give mine to you. And I'm happy with that as well for our baguette. Get them a bit longer, pull on this a little bit too. Okay. Okay, this first set of breasts, oh my god, breads have now raised for another 20 minutes, and I'm about to score them, and we'll see how that goes. Ideally for this, you have a razor blade. I don't have one, so I'll try my best with a herb knife. This is not sharp enough, really. Might see if I have a knife that's better for this. It'll be interesting to see how this will look when it comes out. Just kind of want to pierce the skin really, so this might be too much. And for the baguette, I just want to make lines across that sort of fit with the folds that we made when we shaped it. Okay, the oven is on full blast on my oven. That's 275 degrees, and I'm gonna pop it in now. Okay, I could say as well the first set of breads are out, but I won't show you till the end. It's looking really good. I have the oven, as I said, on full heat, and as I put the bread in, I turn it down to 245 degrees. What I've also done is put like a tray of water in the bottom, just to just to create some steam in there so we get nice soft bread. I'm just gonna try and show you some different designs. I'm not at all a scorching master, but I'll try and show you a few easy designs. What's important is that you actually poke through the surface of the dough. I got no idea. I'm gonna lose my babe. I think you can actually buy a tool as well. Because like I wouldn't even know where to get like plain razor blades. Maybe you guys know of good tricks as to where to get that sort of thing. I'm just scorching with a knife, and I just want to make sure it's actually been scored. Okay, and for this down here, the baguette, I want to try with a different baguette design than I did before. So I'm literally just running. No, that's not gonna work. I'll go across again. I just feel this is not sharp enough to do a full line down across the whole bread. So this might get a bit messy looking now. We'll see. Okay. I am gonna stick these two in now. I'm giving the big loaves around 15 minutes and the baguettes around 10 to 12 minutes. The best way to check if it's got long enough is to just turn the bread around and knock on it, like on the bottom, and if you get a hollow sound, it's done. Okay guys, our breads are out of the oven. Look at them. They are so beautiful. 2 baguettes, a loaf, a round loaf. This one got slightly burned, I'll admit to that. Another loaf and a round loaf. They've all been scored differently. Look how beautiful. This is like bakery style artisan bread. It is gorgeous. And you know what? Buying a bread like this in a luxury bakery, at least in Denmark, is expensive. This whole lot has cost me about 30 kroner to make, so that's around £4 or $5. So all this bread for that price. This is how big they are. They are full loaves. Yeah, just take the beauty of this in.